In this example, we're going to find the sine of 2 theta, the cosine of 2 theta, and the tangent of 2 theta. Given that the cosine of theta is equal to 5/13 and we have an angle theta, so this angle theta is going to be in quadrant 4. So we're going to start with the sine of 2 theta. The sine of 2 theta is equal to 2 times the sine of theta times the cosine of theta. If the cosine of theta is 5/13, then the sine of theta, drawing a right triangle, this is theta, we would have the adjacent side as 5, the hypotenuse is 13, which would make the opposite side 12. So the sine of theta in quadrant 4 would be negative 12/13. And the tangent of theta, should we need that, would be opposite over adjacent in quadrant 4 would be negative. So the sine of 2 theta is going to equal 2 times negative 12/13. The sine of 2 theta is 2 times the sine of theta times the cosine of theta. The sine of theta is right here, and the cosine of theta was given as 5/13. So we have 2 times negative 12 times 5, which is negative 120/169. And that's our sine of 2 theta. Okay, the cosine of 2 theta is equal to, we can use any one of the 3 formulas. We'll start with cosine squared of theta minus sine squared of theta. And cosine of theta is 5/13, so we'll take that ratio and square it, minus the sine of theta, which is negative 12/13. We'll take that ratio and square it. And that's going to give us 25/169 minus negative 12 times itself is 144/169. And when we take 25 away from 144, we get negative 119/169. And that's the cosine of 2 theta. I think it's time that I start highlighting these. Sine of 2 theta, cosine of 2 theta, and now we will find the tangent of 2 theta. The tangent of 2 theta, you'll definitely want to make flashcards so that you can recall these formulas fairly quickly. 2 times the tangent of theta minus tangent squared of theta. And the tangent of theta is negative 12/15. I'm sorry, negative 12/5 divided by 1 minus tangent squared would be negative 12/5 squared. So we have negative 24/5 over 1 minus 144/25. I've got 3 terms in this fraction, so I'm going to multiply all 3 terms by 25. This becomes a 5. Negative 24 times 5 is negative 120 over 25 minus 144. So we have negative 120 over negative 119, and a negative over negative is a positive. Let me just write tangent of 2 theta. Now what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to look at the final answer for tangent and see if there was another way, after finding sine of 2 theta and cosine of 2 theta, if there was another way that you could have come up with the tangent of 2 theta. Is there another way that you could have come up with the tangent of 2 theta after finding the sine of 2 theta and the cosine of 2 theta? Now, if you said that the tangent of 2 theta is also equal to the sine of 2 theta over the cosine of 2 theta, you would have been right. And negative 120 over 169 over negative 119 over 169 is indeed equal to 120 over 119. I don't know if I said 129, maybe I said 169. Negative 120 over 169 divided by negative 119 over 169 is in fact 120 over 119. So we can start using all the tools in our toolkit, including the identities that we learned in the past, definitely continue to apply throughout our trigonometry lessons.